Welcome back. Let's continue the setup of our application. So I want to go back to the layout and change the metadata. So we have few informations right here, like the title, which is the title of the application, and also the description. The title is what you see right here on top of the window, right at the tab. This is the name, which is the create next app. We will change that to something we want, which is going to be the name of the application. So I'm just going to go right here and change it to Go Shop. And for the description, just change it to anything you want. For the description, I'm just going to copy this description right here. I'm going to paste it here. And that's it for the title and description. Now, if I go back to my application, and as you can see, the Go Shop name has been updated right here. Now, I'll also change this fav icon because we can let it be this icon right here, which is the default one for Next.js. So I have this fav icon right here. Let me just show it to you. So let me go. This is the fav icon that I want to actually do. Just take it and copy it inside your project. So just drag it out to your project right here and make sure you drop it inside the source folder, inside the app folder right here. You see this fav icon right here? We want to change that. So paste it right here and then click replace. And this is the new icon we will have. We'll see this is like Go, which stands like for Go Shop. So it makes sense. So this random fav icon right here. So it's not necessary, but I'm just trying to make things looks good for even this project that we are creating right now. So let me go back. It might not update directly. It actually did. So that's cool. So as you can see right here, we have this new fav icon right here, which is pretty cool. So now it comes to the font. So now if I go back to my application right here, I want to go back. So the first thing I want to do is add in some like comments, because I want my application to have those sorts of comments that makes everything just much better and easier to understand. So we can go right here, and the imports right here, this is going to be like used in the whole application. So make sure every import you group them. So if we have like Next.js and React imports, we group them right here, and we can go right in Next.js. And this one is for CSS, so we can go right here, and this is the global. And then CSS like this. So I forgot a B right here. And right here, this is for fonts. So we can add a comment here. And this one is going to be for fonts. Okay. And here for the metadata. So we can go right here. And this is metadata. Okay. Like this. So this is pretty cool. So for the fonts right here, we have this enter font, which is added. And as you can see in the class name right here, we add this in the body so we can apply it. So now I want to also add another font. So to add another font, you can import Google Fonts directly. For example, if you go back to your browser and go to Google Fonts, you can look for any fonts you want. So for example, I'm going to use a certain font that is called Barlow like this. And this is the font that I'm talking about. So this font right here, we don't need to download anything from the website. Just check the font that you want. If you like it, what you have to do is just simply go back to your application, and then in the imports for the next fonts right here, just add another import, which is going to be the name of the font, which is Barlow right here. So very easy thing to do. And now we can define the font. So we can just go right here and we can go const and then Barlow. Actually, I want to change this to enter font, and let me go and change it here. And this one also is going to be Barlow font. And this one is going to be which font, which is going to be the Barlow font that we just imported. And now we can add the configuration for it. So for the configuration, it takes the subsets. So for the subsets, it's going to be Latin. And then also we can define the weights. So the weights that we will use for this font. So I'm going to use 500 and then also 700. And make sure you add this here. And then the last thing is to define it as a variable. What I mean by that, because we are using Tailwind config right here. So I want to make sure that I'm adding a font variable that whenever I need this, I can just import it. To make sure that you understand this, I can go back to this right here, this H1 right here, and I can apply a font family. So I can go font and then like Barlow like this, and that will apply the font. Okay, so just remember, if you go back to the application right now, this is the font that we are using, nothing different. Okay, but when I apply it, you will see the difference. So let me go back to the application. So let me go back to the layout. So after the weight, we want to define now the variable. So for the variable right here, I'm just gonna go and define it like we name it in CSS, which is gonna be this way, double dash, and then we can call it font and then dash Barlow like this. Okay. So now we have defined a variable, a font that is going to be used as a variable. So we need to also add it right here in the body. So if you go back right here, So I'm just gonna go and add backticks here. We will change this later, but now we'll do this. So we added the first class name, and now I want to add the second class name, which is going to be for the new font variable. So right here, all I need to do is just simply call the Barlow font right here and then dot variable, okay? So we have configured now the second fonts. So the last step is to go to tailwind config, and now we have to apply this variable. So we can go to theme and then extend. We're going to extend on the fonts family, and then simply we can call this Barlow, and then simply right is going to be a variable, and the variable is going to be font Barlow that we actually added, okay, like this. So let me make sure it's the right name. So font Barlow, if we go back, it's font Barlow. Now if we done that, that means it's going to apply the new font Barlow. So if I go back to my application, you will see this is the new font, I believe. So let me actually do some modification to make sure that it is this one. So let me remove the font bold and also remove the font Barlow just to see if there is a difference. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste this, and this one is going to have font Barlow. So you can see it finishes it for us. So if I go back right now, you will see there is a difference right here. So this is the font, the insert font, and this is the other font that we use. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.